Good day, RGV. Today on Valley por Vida, we're breaking down the history of plastic surgery. We're also going to be introducing you to one student in the Valley who's aiming for big things after graduation. We'll have an inside look at how you can help make dreams come true at Make-A-Wish RGV, plus so much more. The show starts right now. Hi there, and thanks again for joining us today on Valley por Vida. I'm your host, Danielle Banda, and I'm so excited to talk to you today to introduce you to an amazingly talented actress. She's been in so many of your favorite TV shows and movies, most notably Harold and Kumar, this series, Man of the House, CSI Miami, and Clock Stoppers, and we had the chance to catch up with her. Paula Garces is a Colombian-American film and TV actress who's excited to share her passions with the world, and she wants to let our VPV fam know what she's been up to. So go ahead and check out today's Generation Inspiration segment.
So, hi, my name is Paula Garces, and I play Henny on Netflix's On My Block. And thanks to the fans, we are currently working on season 4, and my journey has just been spectacular in front of the camera and behind the camera. This season, I have gotten the great opportunity to do my directorial debut on episode 2 of On My Block, so I will be directing, yay! Luna is a Latina superhero that I co-created in 2008. In 2008, I went to my first San Diego Comic-Con and I had no idea what that would be about. And I immediately fell in love with the culture, with the fans, but really understood at that time that there were no Latino or Latina superheroes that really represented our community in a positive light. And I was just mad. And so I went home and I created my own, and the Aluna journey has just been fabulous. I started out with comic books. The fans wanted more. She went on to be a great superhero on an online video game that was being chosen for play 90,000 times worldwide a day, all over the world. So not only Latinos and Latinas were playing it, but really everyone, Asians, Europeans, everyone fell in love with Aluna. And because of that, I had enough courage to create her own video game, and she deserves her own video games. Little girls around the world deserve to see themselves on a positive light, being a superhero, being a warrior, really being the leader of their people. And that's what Aluna represents. And not just for little girls, really anyone can identify with an unsung hero, right? With someone that's an underdog. And that's basically what Aluna is representative of. Just people that haven't really had the chance to shine or have a voice or to really be seen. And so that's what was really important. Aside from that, it's a lot of fun. It's adventure, it's action, there's a love story, there's magic, mysticism. The mysticism of ancient civilizations of South America, Central America, and the Caribbean haven't really had a lot of light till now. I plan to bring this to the screen to all families. The whole family can really enjoy the video game. Really, dads can play with their daughters, moms can play with their sons, and hopefully not just have fun, but really spark up conversations of our history and just where we can go and how we can dream.
Be sure to follow Paula on all her social media accounts so that you can stay up to date with the latest TV shows and films that she's working on. With the new school year rapidly approaching, of course, it's interesting to note that some doctors are saying there's a rise in students asking for plastic surgery. I know, mixed feelings, right? Well, one doctor told our team that after virtual education the past 2 years and the rise of social media, there's been a decrease of self-esteem in young students. He says that more teenagers now are trying to get rid of their insecurities once and for all with cosmetic surgery, like the popular influencer Kylie Jenner. They want lip fillers, other procedures, but that not all have to think that way at such a young age. I mean, how do you know if it's even okay to have these types of conversations with your child or your teenager? Well, we went ahead and spoke with him for some helpful health tips to keep in mind regarding this reality.
In the last 20 years, I've seen a steady increase in the number of people seeking plastic surgery, whether that be something, I'm not going to say simple, but something as mundane as Botox or lasers, to more and more people getting cosmetic surgical procedures. Honestly, I attribute that to a couple of things. One of them, social media. I think the amount of time that we see our heroes, our celebrities, and what have you, who are having plastic surgery done, and the fact that a lot of my patients, a lot of your viewers, are kind of look up to them as sort of as a guiding light, as a role model. I think that's playing a role in the increase in plastic surgery, among other things too. The fact that we are constantly looking at our phone, whether it be on Facebook, Zooming, and what have you, we're seeing our face more than we probably ever have in the history of humanity. And so we're looking at ourselves more than 20 or 30 years ago, whereas if you really wanted to look at yourself, you had to take a picture.
So now she got some helpful tips to keep in mind when it comes to cosmetic surgery. I'm just wondering, how much do you know about it in general? Maybe a lot, maybe a little, but we're here now we're gonna dive in deeper rather in today's Fun Facts segment. So according to CrispinPlasticSurgery.com, plastic in plastic surgery is actually derived from Greece. It's a word that comes from the Greek word plastikos, which means to form or mold. Also, the first plastic surgery procedures were recorded to date back to ancient India. So it's definitely not something modern, even though, we're talking about it being Zoom interviews in 2022. Now, it's been going on for a while and it just has evolved over time. And get this, if you're wondering how cosmetic surgery really grew popular, well, it's kind of hard to hear, but World War I and World War II resulted in new advancements in this field. You might have guessed that many of the procedures that come with it included skin grafts and reconstruction of limbs, and later on the field evolved into more cosmetic purposes behind the knife. And you probably know that there's a lot of surgery or procedures for just about any concern or a patient may have. But did you know that, according to the site, there's even a procedure to minimize excessive sweating. It's a non-invasive surgery called Myra Dry, and it's pretty popular today. All right, well, it's time now to take a commercial break, and then we've got to look at your local weather updates, but be sure to stay tuned because Valley por Vida will be back, and we'll have some interesting info on the upcoming tax season. I know it doesn't sound too fun, but when you have a couple of tricks and tips up your sleeve to make it easy, it actually is fun. We'll also have an all-new Student Spotlight segment for you, plus so much more when we return.